Good morning, my third day in Christchurch, and look, I'm in my hire car. Yes, it's the same as my hire car that I had last year when I travelled in the North Island of New Zealand. And of course, I'm taking the scenic route to my first destination, which is Akaroa. And look at the view. Yes, that would be familiar. That's the Littleton Harbour. Don't I just keep coming here? Oh well, it's gonna say goodbye Littleton soon, and we'll be heading south, but first I head east to Akaroa, so off I go in my little car. My next stop was at Diamond Head. Now, when I'd gone over to Quail Island a few days before, they'd talked about the Sail GP, a major yacht race worldwide in different locations. So it was going to be on the day I was there. But unfortunately, it wasn't till much later in the afternoon, and I had to get to my final destinations to ensure that there was room to park. So I had a quick look around. You could see the crowds that were there. Well, that was a beautiful drive here to Akaroa. The road was twisty, turny, up and down, so I couldn't stop and take photos, but you'll have to take my word for it. Now I'm free camped at Akaroa, a beautiful little spot here. So I'm just going to go for my first walk and see what there is to see. So this is called Children's Bay Walking Track, and I'm starting to see a few concrete sculptures, and there's a few random signs, a little bit like that one. And there's a piggy. That one's not going to go to market. And I think when I go up there, I'll get an even more amazing view. And it goes right over the other side. The water's just over the hill. And this is from the other side of the hill. That's the Akaroa Harbour. This was settled by French people, so I'm going to go and look for the bakery in the morning. Well, I've done all the hills now, so I've come down to the harbour. It's just another gorgeous evening, which is so beautiful. And look at my scenery. You can't get better than that, can you? It's hard to believe it's 6:15 in the afternoon. It's really got blue now as I've been walking out towards the little lighthouse here at Akaroa. And the sun is just setting over this water. It's just so enjoyable just to wander. Nothing like climbing another hill to find a Britomart memorial, and I've taken a photo of the two plaques that are on this, which I'll try to remember to include in the video. I just don't want to go back to my van. It's just so beautiful walking around. I've had a brilliant morning's drive all the way from Akaroa, and I'm not too far from Methven now. So I'm going to do a hike before I get there. Rankia Gorge it's called, so I've just pulled off at this amazing view. And I've been coming through the Canterbury Plains and just come over a rise, and this was my view. Isn't it just sensational? It's just lovely driving in New Zealand. It's so easy, there's not much traffic. So I've pulled off to do the Rankia Gorge walk, and look at that. Seen some jet boats zooming along the river. Beautiful day to be doing it. So 20 minutes into the walk, and this is the lower gorge lookout. It's beautiful just following the gorge along. So I've just come down a small diversion. They used to do coal mining in this district. Not sure of the history, but maybe I'll find some information about it. Been a great walk, uphill, downhill, over boulders, over mud. And this is much like the path's been like for a lot of the time. Little waterways, lots of little fantails. Jet boats were designed in New Zealand. They wanted a boat that could go up these rivers that were really, really shallow and just had gravel. And this is a demonstration here of how fast the boats can go under literally centimetres of water. So great to watch. As you can hear, it was really, really blustery when I got up to the high points, but it was really nice to walk in these open areas and get this full view of what I'd been walking through. And this is why I hike up those hills. It's amazing views. It's just stunning. I do love the little fantails. This one was going so fast you couldn't really get a good idea of what he looked like, but I'm sure there'll be others as I walk my way around New Zealand. So here I am bright and early leaving Methven, and look at these hills. I mean, it's 8 o'clock in the morning, but they're just gorgeous with the sun on them. There it is, Lake Tekapo. So I'm going to spend at least one night here. The amazing snowy mountain views over here. So it's just a beautiful time of the year to be travelling actually, because there's a lot of the autumn colours, which is really pretty. Wow, there behind me is Lake Tekapo. I've just parked up in the campground, the first NZMCA campground that I've stayed at. Now that's a caravan club which you pay to join, but then you can use their campgrounds, which are only $5 a night. So can't get better than that. Sometimes they have a toilet, sometimes they don't. Usually they have water. And yeah, so here am I going to stay. I'm going to do some walks. It's supposed to rain. Clouds look a bit grey over there, so I'll get going now and do some walks and then show you what I'm seeing at the lovely but a bit chilly Lake Tekapo. My first walk was Cowan Hill Walkway. It was really nice, very open, gave me a good overview of what the area around Tekapo was like. And I'm parked somewhere behind that little grove of pine trees. Wow, still on the Cowan's Hill Walkway, and love it when I come around a corner and this is my view. So I forgot to take a photo of the sign, but I'm on a different walk now. Still by Lake Tekapo, but this one is called Mount St. John's Summit. I had two options here. I could either do straight up the hill, which would take an hour and a half, or I could do right round along the lake shore, which would take 3 hours. Yep, you guessed it, I chose the 3-hour one. And I think it's definitely not going to be like this all the time. This is a beautiful flat path, so I'm sure it's going to change very soon. And this is why I chose the Lakeside Trail. Isn't that gorgeous? Not another soul around. Beautiful. So that's looking back the way I've just walked. And around the north Lake Tekapo. Yes, it was really, really windy, but just showing you the lake that I walked alongside and then the steep hill that I had to go up. It just kept going up and up and up. Yeah, super windy. It's crazy. But I hope my hat doesn't blow away because I don't want to have to chase it. Can see as this couple walked down just how steep it was, and yes, I definitely puffed coming up that hill. Hard to believe that people actually cycled up as well. Wow. Yeah, I'm really sorry about all that wind noise. It's terrible, isn't it? So this was right at the very top of St. John's, and yeah, all the climbing and fighting the wind was definitely worth it. Some people come up here in the evening to do stargazing, and because there's no ambient light around, it's the perfect place for looking at the stars. So windy, I was almost being blown over. And just like that, I'm down into the tree line. And I've noticed in so many of my walks the beautiful smell of the pine. Just love it. Yeah. And getting towards the bottom here, I've got a good view into the thermal pools. Got outdoor pools. So I'm going to go and check that out. I may have a swim or a soak. I'll just go and check it out and see what time they close. And there's an even better view. What a big area. All the hot pools. Yes, so still, even though I was down off the hill, the wind was still horrific. So that is St. John's, Mount St. John's there. So I started off on this right-hand side, right, walking along the lake's edge, and then I worked my way up the hill. So yeah, it was beautiful. It remained blustery for quite some time, but I enjoyed a path back to where I'd camped for the night. Sweet little church here has got a very nice photographed church. It's the church. Well, good morning. I'm about half an hour out of Lake Tekapo. I'm not quite sure what this lake is, but I thought it was just the best place to stop for breakfast. So that's what I've done. It's just wonderful getting up. Like, it's still dark at 7 o'clock. I get out of where I've stayed for the night by 8 o'clock, and it's just gorgeous to get on the road. A few other people out now, but when I first hit the road there was just no one. It's just perfect. So I'm going to enjoy my breakfast and then carry on heading towards Oamaru this morning. So this is the back of my van, and just how easy it is to open everything up to make breakfast. Looking across Lake Pukeki, I could see Mount Cook, and that was pretty exciting. But anyway, I might just finish this video now, a few glimpses of what's coming up in my next one. So thanks for sticking around till the end of the video. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.